What's up, YouTube? Hey, what's up, YouTube? Off-road Garage here. This is the spare tire carrier that I am installing onto my Jeep. A friend gave me a while back. I just recently re-bedlined it, put some bed liner on it, and fixed the spindle. So I still need a latch done on it, but that's about it. So basically what had happened is my friend just got a different one because this one he didn't like because he had to back into a tree to close it because that spindle has no bearings. So it rusted shut and the whole bumper was all rusted and peeling paint. So I sanded it all down, grinded it down, and repainted it. And then to get it off, he cut it right here. And to pull it off because it was all rusted there, closed or on. And so what I did is I just took a piece of pipe, cut it down, and then just welded it over the top of the piece, which actually worked pretty good. So this bumper will be a lot better than the one that I have. So let me show you what I have right now on the Jeep. Right now I just got this factory hoops on it and this stupid receiver thing, but it doesn't even have a receiver on it. It's just got a tab that pulls it off, that just comes out with a hole in it. And yeah, and then for the spare tire, it's just a factory one. I'll probably just remove this brake light and cut the wires and not run it like that because no one's going to really know. I might try to put it, incorporate it. We'll see. And I'm moving the license plate to the spare tire carrier. Let me show you. Right here, there are two holes that he already drilled and tapped. So I'm just going to bolt the license plate to that. That way it'll make it easier to fill up my Jeep. So, yeah. So now I just got to install it. I bought all new hardware, grade 8 bolts, nuts, washers, and hopefully it goes good. So, alright, the rear bumper, bumperettes and tire carrier, and receiver thing is off. Tire carrier over there, bumperettes and recovery point receiver kind of thing is off. Looks pretty weird without them. So now, since those are off, I can now put the bumper on. But before doing that, I'm going to install these brackets onto the back of my Jeep first, and then slide the bumper over here, and then bolt it all down. So, that's how they say to do it on the YouTube video that I watched. So, I'm just going to mount those brackets, and then slide the bumper over the brackets and bolt it. So, that should work perfect. For the inside bolts, if you're wondering how to do this, I found it easiest just to cut them off. Right here. Ooh, yeah, that's still warm. Basically, I just sliced them off. Okay, that's hot. But yeah, you get the point. I just sliced them off. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's these ones. I tried to drop the gas tank far enough, but it was not worth it for me to do that because I've done it like 2 times, dropping the tank, and I don't want to do it again. So, I cut the inside ones off, and then just unbolted the outside ones, and it was this bottom bolt for the receiver. It goes right under here. It snapped off. So, I'm going to either weld a nut to that, or easy out it, or just weld the bumper to the chassis. So, those are my options. I'm going to get busy on putting these brackets on. Alright, I just got the two supports on the back. Now the bumper should bolt in place real simple and easily. If you're wondering how I did the bolts on the inside that are a pain, I just modified a wrench that comes with a toolkit when you're assembling something. I don't quite know what it came out of, but I just bent it and then ran it through the back and held onto it while cranking them down. So these are all brand new grade 8 bolts and washers. And they were actually a little bit bigger than what I needed, so I ended up drilling out each hole. So if anything, these mounts will not fall off unless the thing that we're bolting to does. So, alright, the spare tire carrier is done. Sorry that I couldn't record a little bit more. I found it a little bit faster just to finish it up by myself. So, basically, I'll just tell you guys what else I really did. Is clearly I mounted it, got all the bolts in place. I put the latch on it and welded the bottom support. I don't know if I said that, but I think I did. The bottom support right here, I just had a weld on. Welded it kind of all around. And I found a washer and a nut and bolt. Or, not a nut, a washer, a bolt, and a lock washer. And put that on. So, and then I grinded down here. Grinded this all down, and welded the latch on. Instead of drilling the 4 holes and bolting it, I just put tack welds in each one, like real hot, thick tack welds, so that ain't going nowhere. And I also welded all around, as you can see. Not the best welds, but they'll hold. And for this, believe it or not, this piece of metal is a YJ track bar spacer. If you guys ever do a lift kit on one or take the track bars off, you'll find these like still pinched in the frame. And mine, surprisingly, was still in my frame. Up at the sand dunes, I pulled it off and took it home, and that's what I made this out of. And I kept the little curve in it, so when I cut it off, just for a little bit more strength. And for this, I tack welded a real hot, thick tack weld. I guess I did both the holes. I forgot about that. Both the holes, I guess I missed the spray paint a little bit. But both the holes, and then welded it all around. And then on this, I did the same thing. Right here is where the bolt for the track bar goes through. So I just big fat tack weld through there. Kind of a couple holes in it, but it's thick and hot. So, and then sorry about my fingers. And so then I welded the sides too. So I got that all done, and then I mounted the license plate where my friend had it mounted when he was running it, because I could not open up my gas tank with the old one. So basically all you can't really open it without flicking this lever. You pull on that, kind of comes undone, and then it just swings open, like it should. Like I said, all new grade 8 bolts, because it didn't come with any of the hardware. So, I mean, I probably wouldn't have used any of the old hardware, except like I'd used these because they were already still in there, and he never broke the torque, so I just used those. But it opens, closes real smooth. I really like this, and I really like how it looks. The tailgate opens and closes real light, which I like. So I still need to clean up the little dirt spots. I kind of rushed through it towards the end a little bit. That's why I wasn't recording. And yeah, it's working great. I took it on the freeway. had to go to work today with my mom, so help her move her office. So, yeah, it works good. It doesn't bounce at all. I'll watch it in the rearview mirror and it don't move. It's really surprising. So, like, I don't hear it back there at all. I have just one shackle for now. I'm gonna go get another one from Harbor Freight and then put that on there. So, but it was real flimsy and I was worrying about it until I welded that bottom support in, and then it strengthened it 100% up. It works great now. And if you're wondering why I never welded or took an easy out on that piece, it's just simply because I didn't want to break an easy out. And I seen a dude put the same bumper on and he had the same problem where one of the bolts snapped and he just welded it. And so I figured just weld it since I was already there. Plus I can just cut off that and grind it smooth later if I ever change the bumper out, which I most likely won't. So it kind of raises the tire a little bit high, which is a plus and minus. You know, I kind of like a lower tire, but maybe eventually we might weld a really strong piece across the front of it. Maybe weld or bolt to drop the tire down a little bit. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I had to rebedline it over here after welding. That's why these grade 8 washers are black. So I'm thinking maybe take them out and flip them around, put it back in, just so it has that nice clean look of this. I don't know why, I just like the washers shiny. But yeah. So there'll be more updates on the Jeep. But for now, I'm just driving it. Getting my learner's, or I have my learner's permit. Trying to get my driver's license, driving back and forth to driver's ed. So that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Off-Road Garage.